I would like you to respond to that editorial on behalf of legislators in the state of Idaho. I thought the op-ed page where they said the legislature continues its old, tired, gay-bashing ways. I am absolutely, adamantly against the homosexual movement, but I've never heard you get on the radio and bash anybody.
Zeb, I don't know who wrote the op-ed. I would like to know if they were in that committee meeting when that discussion was made and when they did not print the bill. I do know that the lady that brought the bill, she served for 2 terms in the House of Representatives, and each year she would bring this same type of legislation to our committee. We would listen to it, but we didn't print it. And the reason it didn't get printed is, why do we make special concessions for special people? We don't do it any place. And if people had seen the legislation that she was introducing, they can't call it gay bashing, because there was nobody said anything about people and their sexual orientation.
Well, let me ask you this, Bert. Since when did we act discriminatory against somebody's bedroom practices? You know, I really couldn't care less about what goes on behind closed doors. It has nothing to do with an ethnicity. It has nothing to do with a race. It is absolutely a sexual preference. And I absolutely am sick and tired of them saying that they are not given equal rights. What rights are they not being given, Bert?
The people of the state of Idaho passed a constitutional amendment that we define what marriage is. And then they keep going around and try to subvert that by either introducing legislation like this that gives preference to that. There isn't anything to that. And the people in that committee was just as courteous to that lady as could be. She's a member of the Senate. We're courteous to one another here. And then for an op-ed like that to come out, it just incenses me.
Well, the one thing I want to mention, and I'm going to come right out and say it, and if he wants to call into my program, he can. Senator Chuck Coiner was quoted in this article as saying that he was testifying in favor of LeFavour's bill, and they said they've got a lot of work to do. What work? Why can't we that are of moral values with marriage between a husband and a wife, a man and a woman, what's wrong with us keeping things in the right moral flavor? Why do we have to accept the vile, filthy lifestyle of homosexuality and have it treated as normal?
Well, Zeb, because that's the thing that's happening all over this nation, is we're trying to redefine the purpose of man being here on the earth. That's as plain as I can say it, Zeb. Mm-hmm. If those people want that kind of lifestyle, we will do away with the human race. That's what it was intended to do. Zeb, I appreciate your position on this, and I get just as incensed when I read in the paper and talk about how, and when they come and march on the Capitol, saying they're not treated right. I cannot tell you of one case that has ever been brought that I'm aware of where somebody was unemployed because of that. Now, they may have been unemployed, but that wasn't the reason. It was because of either a work habit that they had or didn't have.
I agree with you.
And I get really tired of that old rhetoric that we're abusing them. They don't have the same rights. They say they can't come in, can't visit their partners in the hospital and that because they don't have the right. They can do that. All they have to do is tell administration when they're admitted who can come and who can't.
That's absolutely the truth. Let's shift.